welcome to Luigi's Gaming Lounge. This is Luigi 8 Mario, and today we are recording episode 29. Also, I'm joined today by Trip Hazard, aka
Barnaby. Hello.
Hello. So, again, we've got a bit of an intimate one this week, Barnaby. Me and you.
Oh, yes.
Just how we like it.
Nice and cosy.
Nice and cosy.
Put your virtual arm around me.
Yeah, I'll do that, don't you worry. So this week, I wanted to discuss mobile gaming. And now, when I say mobile gaming, I don't mean like how we've spoken about cloud gaming and things like that. I actually mean, apps on your phones, tablets, etc. So yeah, I just wanted to delve into it because it's a very fast-growing part of the gaming industry, believe it or not. I think years ago there was quite a stigma behind mobile gaming, but now you have the likes of like the big hitters like the free-to-play Call of Duty game on mobiles, PUBG, but yeah, amongst others, FIFA, etc., etc. Now, I just want to go through some facts, which I was doing a little bit of snooping, because obviously, as you do, you have to do your research when you're going to discuss something. So
you do?
You do.
Damn, I've been doing it wrong all this time.
You do. Yeah, exactly. You've been winging it all this time, Barnaby. So I come across this site called techjury.net. So I'm getting my information from here, and it all looks...
So if anything's wrong, blame them.
Yes, blame them. So, for example, the first one on there, which I will read out. I'm not going to read out all of them. If you'd like to go and have a look and find out more, hit up techjury.net. So, the first one here... So PUBG Mobile had the highest mobile game revenue for May 2020. Here it says in January 2020, the PUBG Mobile game grossed total revenue of $176.3 million. So then obviously February, the following month, that rose by around $15 million. Anyway, on and on and on, and it got to $226 million for May 2020.
In a month.
It's total revenue.
I'm going to say, that's like a license to print money.
Yeah. So yeah,
we should launch our own mobile game.
We should, yeah, definitely. if that's the case. So
not like there's any other games out there with Luigi in their name.
No, exactly. Won't be difficult breaking into that market at all. Total number of gamers worldwide as of this year, mobile gamers, 2.4 billion. That's worldwide. And when you think about what the total, population of the world is, which is 7 point something billion, that's, I mean... It just shows how fast the gaming industry in general...
So basically 1 in every 3 people on the planet is a mobile gamer.
Correct.
So that probably outperforms all consoles and probably PC gamers by a wide margin then.
Very
put together.
So. Yes, very much so. Total revenue of PUBG Mobile as of... This is correct as of the... I think this article's done on the 1st of November. Yeah, 1st November this year. PUBG Mobile, iOS and Android, total revenue, $2.6 billion. Yeah, followed closely by Honor of Kings. I've not heard of that one myself.
Oh, I've not heard of that one either.
Yeah, 2.5 billion.
Was it actually released in the UK, or is it like a Korean or Japanese or Chinese game?
For the Chinese market.
I see, yeah. I get the impression that mobile gaming is very big in China.
It is, and again, there are some facts about that. Yes, I've got lots of facts in front of me. So it says here,
Luigi's Facts Lounge.
Yes, it is this episode. That's right. So it says here, China was the most significant mobile market in 2020 with a revenue of 21.25 billion. That is a lot.
Is that in dollars?
Yes, sorry, $1 billion.
Wow.
So it says here, Chinese mobile gamers exceed 600 million in 2020.
Wow.
So there's over 600 million. So obviously that's 2020. So by the end of 2021, who knows? Who knows how
They'd have multiplied a little by then.
Yes, just a bit. In terms of mobile gaming, we spoke before because me and you are both fans of Civilization, the game. Now, I have expressed my love for Civilization Revolution, which released console only. It wasn't a PC release. They did come out with Civilization Revolution 2, but that was actually only a mobile release, app release, Android and I believe iOS. And I tell you, it honestly is fantastic and it plays so well. I mean, I have played that, and how you do with PC, Civilization on PC, I have lost myself in it for 2-3 hours at a time. I remember when I initially first got Civilization Revolution 2 on Android, my Android phone. I think I woke up at something ridiculous like 5:30 in the morning. I just couldn't sleep. It was a Saturday morning, and I think by the time I got out of bed, it was about 8:30, and literally from around 5:30 till 8:30, that I was on there playing that. And you know that years ago when games first started coming out for phones, you couldn't. I couldn't imagine sitting there for like 3 hours playing a game on my phone. I mean, I don't know about yourself, but
No. I mean, back in the day, we had games like Snake, didn't you, when the mobile phones first came out, and even when Android came about, games are still pretty basic. They were the equivalent of like 8 and 16-bit games.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And compared to nowadays, where you've got graphics that are like seemingly matching current gen consoles. And PC titles, albeit at a lower resolution, but still graphics-wise, they are incredibly impressive.
Yeah, I've noticed. It's quite. I mean, there are some titles that are even like console games. I think racing game called Grid. I don't know if you're aware of that game at all, Barney.
Well, I've heard of it. I've not played that one.
So yeah, Grid Autosport, that released on Android and iOS, Microsoft Windows, Mac OS and Linux, it says. And that, again, graphically, you could put that up against a console game, especially for its time. It released in 2014. But yeah, the graphics is just... For you go back, say, 10 years before that was released, you couldn't have even imagined that you'd be able to do that from such a small device.
Definitely.
Even the likes of, for example, Call of Duty on mobile. I know again that you've not had experience with that, Barney, but I've had experience with it, and I really enjoyed it when I installed it. And I found myself playing it, and the touch controls. Now, usually that, for me, what puts me off
definitely
is touch controls, however, they were, I don't know what the right word is, implemented in such a way that, it just felt fluid using them for Call of Duty. And then I found out I could actually install it on my PC and play keyboard and mouse on it, and I was well away. Free Call of Duty on PC, but no, yeah. As I said, I mean that for me, the first shooting game that I would say I fully would play touchscreen was, and it still is, Call of Duty, the free to play. Before that, Again, I don't know if you've heard of it. There was a game called, and I think it's still about, called Guns of Boom. Not sure if you've heard of that, but
no, I've not heard of that one. What type of game is it?
Again, it's a bit. It's a shooting, first-person shooting game, and it's sort of teams of two deathmatch. But again,
also multiplayer only.
Yes, sorry, multiplayer only.
Gotcha.
And again, that was, to be fair, that was very fluid as well, and it was fun. It was the graphics were a bit more on the cartoony side, but were still good.
It's got a bit of a. I'm having a look at it now. It's got a bit of a Team Fortress vibe, hasn't it?
Yes, yeah, definitely, yeah. You've described it perfectly, I think. There, yeah, with saying that, but I'm pretty sure it's still going strong now. I mean, I first played it. I think probably about 5 years ago. Yeah, like I say, I mean, before Call of Duty, that would be the game that I would say is extremely good on mobile. I'm just gonna throw in a couple more facts here for you, Barry. Now, we all know, and most of us love, the Candy Crush saga. Do you? No?
No. If I'm going to play a puzzle game, I'll play Tetris.
Right. Yeah. Question. Have you got that on Android?
Funnily enough, no. I've actually got it on Xbox through Game Pass, but I've not got it on Android because I actually play Scrabble online more than I do any other game.
Okay. Well, Tetris on mobile will annoy the heck out of you because it's ad after ad after ad unless you pay for to remove ads for only 30 days, which is so annoying.
Yeah. That is the curse of free to play.
Yes. But the it's Crash, not Crush. Hang on a moment. What's going on here?
Oh, you've had a Mandela effect.
No. It's their spelling error. So
maybe not.
So it says here, Candy Crush Saga has been bringing in the big bucks despite being in the field for over 8 years. Between January and December 2020, the puzzle video game earned close to $500 million in player spending. That is something.
It's bonkers.
That's crazy. I mean,
it ain't even that good.
Well, wait till you hear this fact before you. 63% of all mobile gamers are women.
I see.
To be fair, most of the people who I know who play Candy Crush Saga games are women, and that is how I got into playing that as well, because my wife had it on her phone, even my mum, I think my sister at one point. So yeah, there's obviously something about that type of game that as well that women like. I think the one thing you've got to remember when we're talking about these facts here in mobile gaming, it doesn't just mean the likes of your first-person shooters and things like that. It does include your puzzle games, which quite rightly on mobile are extremely popular.
I think it does lend itself very well because the touchscreen controls are intuitive for puzzle games.
Yeah, definitely. 100%.
It's probably the case that mobile gaming is more accessible for women. I think from the outside, maybe it's a little bit daunting.
Yeah,
for
bit
the
intimidating.
Because it's unfortunately has always been seen as a bit of a male-dominated market. So it can be a bit exclusionary towards female gamers. Unfortunately, because I think it would be really good to get more female gamers in the console and the PC market, but they still seem to be in the minority.
Yeah, no, definitely. I've been trying to get Maddie, my wife, to play games for years, and she's tried Fortnite and she just can't get used to the controls, However, I did get her playing Tetris Effect the other day. As you mentioned on Game Pass, isn't it? That's the same one you've got.
Exactly. Yep.
And she loved it. She sat there and played it for ages. And this is what I tried. This is what I tried explaining to her. I tried explaining to her that, when I say to her, oh, why don't you, have a game on the Xbox or something? I think in her mind, she thinks, she sees the games that I play, like, shooting games and
Back for Blood.
Yeah, things like that. And I sort of said to her, this Tetris Effect, you've really, you got into it and you really enjoy it. There are other games, like puzzly style games. I said, it's not just the games that I like to play. I said, there's something for everyone. So I think that sort of opened her eyes a little bit, because back on the Xbox 360, do you remember Hexic HD?
I've heard of it, never played it.
No, you never played Hexic. Oh, but yeah, she that was another game that she used to play, and I loved it as well. But another like puzzler style game. But yeah, that seems to be, and as you said, I think
that looks exactly the same as Candy Crush.
No, sorry, no, it's not. It's really not. I've got a backup Hexic HD right now. Where was I going? I've lost my train of thought, Barnaby.
You're trying to get Maddie into gaming.
Yes, yeah. And backtracking on what you already said in regards to, mobile gaming being more accessible to women. You're quite right there, because who doesn't have a mobile phone these days?
There's no extra outlay, is there? Whereas if you're a console or a PC gamer, normally you're going to spend either more on a PC because it's gaming spec, or you're going to be spending that extra outlay on a console whose primary function is gaming, even though you might have things like Blu-ray player and streaming services on there. But primarily it's going to be a gaming device, which is an extra expense.
Yeah, no, definitely. And, like you say, I mean, usually, I find anyway, like with Maddie, when she's found a new game to play on her phone, it's usually when there's a period of time where she's, waiting around or whatever, and she's exploring, the Play Store. And it's just, easy, like you say, it's an easy way for ladies, women to get into that sort of entertainment space.
Exactly. So, just from a personal perspective, what proportion of gaming do you do on mobile as opposed to console and PC? Because I'd like to know that.
Myself?
Yeah.
If I'm being totally truthful...
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, I would say I game more on my mobile.
Wow.
Overall.
You're one of the 2.3 billion.
I think I am. And actually, I've only just realised that because I've actually, you've asked me that, and I've had to think about it. And, usually one of the children are using the TV. I know I've got my PC, but I'm not one of these people, if my children are around me, I cannot switch off and just go and play a game. I have to. I feel like I have to be around my children and be that father and that protector, etc.
No, that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
So for me, I find that, say if I'm sat on the sofa or something like that, and again they're doing their own thing, either on the TV, tablets, this, that, the other, I'll just probably chuck open Tetris or Candy Crush or something that's you can pick up and put down easily. So, and obviously that is done more than me playing on my Xbox, playing on my PC, because I only tend to really properly get into playing on console or PC when either the children are out of the house or they're fast asleep in bed. So because gaming, it is a big part of my life in general, I think, that's actually quite surprised me. I do game a lot on mobile because, to me, you see, playing things like Tetris and Candy Crush Saga, I don't initially think of that as that I'm gaming, but you actually are.
I think that's quite an interesting concept, because maybe that's the appeal to women as well. It's because gaming has a little bit of a stigma attached to it, maybe, for the female audience. When you're playing a sort of non-game type game like Candy Crush, I mean, Candy Crush isn't really, if you think of it, it's not really a game. It's just something you do on your phone, just like doing social media or browsing your emails or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. It's just
So maybe that makes it more accessible as well, and probably to both kids and also older gamers as well. So maybe again, older gamers wouldn't necessarily pick up a console or a PC game, but they download something from the App Store to play in their spare time, for example.
Yeah, and obviously a lot of the apps and games are free, which majority do have,
because then it de-risks it, doesn't it, as well? Whereas with a game you could be like paying 40-50 quid for a big release easily, but with games you're either paying virtually nothing except having to watch a few annoying ads, or you can get a game for a couple of quid.
Exactly. So you've made a good point of that, to be honest. And but
I was actually expecting you to say it was going to be like 1/3 mobile, 1/3 console, 1/3 PC.
No,
I got that kind of vibe for me, but it's actually a majority mobile, isn't it?
It is. I'm sitting here thinking, right, so I'm looking at what I've been doing gaming-wise over the last week, and I've played a heck of a lot of Tetris on my phone. What else have I done? Do you know what? I think I've been quite concentrated on Tetris on my phone,
It's a good puzzle game.
I'm one of those suckers that I have actually paid for the adverts to go away for like 30 days. And it's crazy because, again, a while back, I never would have spent money on, getting rid of
free game.
Yeah, getting rid of it.
But in a way though, if you went to like buy a console game in a shop and you saw Tetris on the shelf, I like Tetris, you probably wouldn't play like a full price, but it was like a budget release for like 10-15 quid, you'd probably snap that up.
Yeah,
and probably all you're doing is just spreading the cost of getting rid of the adverts over, say, like 6 months or 12 months or however long that you would have paid the same to pick it up off the shelf.
It's true. I mean, part of me was a bit annoyed because I thought to myself, why can't they just offer, right, this is the price if you don't want adverts and that's it. But then as I've started to play Tetris Mobile more, I've realised, well, hang on a minute here, they are doing a lot. Like they're creating, they've got, even, believe it or not, Barnaby, they've even got their own season passes. which I included in that 30-day.
So what do you get to unlock then in your season
So,
pass?
for example, they're constantly developing for it. So you've got different themes, or so literally the blocks are different, the backgrounds all different. You also get different power ups and things, which you can get for free. Because there is like a free tier as well of season pass, so you still do get some things, and you don't have to pay a penny. But should you choose to pay, then you are rewarded, obviously. So you are sort of getting something for your money, but at the same time, do you really need it? No. They are cosmetic.
I think that's okay. Yeah, I think that's okay. Yeah, leave a free-to-play version available for the majority.
Yeah.
And then give something premium for the rest of the players who want to spend a bit more and want a bit extra.
Yeah.
I think that's a decent model, as long as they don't overexploit it.
The one thing I really do enjoy with it also is that there's a section where there's like challenges and goals for you to achieve. And basically, it lets you know that once you've done this, this is what things you unlock. And for example, with the season passes and things like that, you can specifically try and do the challenges that give you the points to level up on your season pass, for example, and it just adds something else to it, to the game. You actually, I suppose it's a bit like when you have achievements on Xbox or trophies on PlayStation. It's a sense of achieving something, even though really in the real world it means absolute diddly squat. But somehow, like, this digital entertainment, it has a way of making you feel rewarded, which
exactly.
I think it is important, though, because if it's something you spend your time doing, yes you do enjoy it, but then I suppose you do want a little pat on the back, don't you, to say well done.
And it's mental stimulation as well.
Yeah,
it's like exercise for your brain, isn't it?
Oh yeah, definitely. So yeah, I mean, we'll wrap up in a moment, but really the main thing that I wanted to sort of get out of this episode is just to shine a light, I suppose, on the fact that mobile gaming is just getting stronger and stronger. Whilst our devices are also becoming more powerful, and developers are aware of that, and they're able to release better games and so on. It's mobile gaming is not to be taken with a pinch of salt. It's not like it was years ago. People would laugh at you years ago if you said, "Oh yeah, I game on mobile." Where these days now, I think you can be just as much of a legitimate gamer on mobile as you can on a console. To be honest,
definitely. I mean, if there aren't already, then I imagine that there will probably be leagues and competitions popping up. Esports, for example.
Yeah,
I can see that happening quite easily on mobile gaming.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean,
and in fact, I actually participated a while ago. Did you ever play Pokemon Go?
Yes, yeah.
Yes, yeah. For a while, I was playing that on and off at a fairly low level for maybe about a year and a half.
Yeah.
And I actually met up with a group of other Pokemon Go enthusiasts around Peterborough.
Yeah.
And we actually did the PvP, actually like live meetups PvP.
Oh, okay.
So it's face to face, and it actually adds a different dimension. So it's not just online versus a faceless opponent. But you're actually meeting up with someone, and you're doing it in a league. And last time I checked, I haven't played Pokemon Go in ages now. Ages. So I should probably get back into it, because I did enjoy it. It's a nice little way to pass the time. But I was actually, for a time, I think it was like officially ranked like the 18th highest player in Peterborough.
Oh wow, that's
there was only like 25 of us on the leaderboard. So
oh, you didn't have to give us that information. We could have all been amazed, Barnaby.
But yeah, I won a few, not very many. I lost more than I won, but I was up there.
Yeah, exactly.
I wasn't 25th.
Well, there you go. But no, I think, you're right. At the end of the day, so long as though you enjoy it and it stimulates your mind and keeps you occupied, then, why not?
And like with Pokemon Go, it does actually encourage you to be social, at least with the PvP side.
Yeah.
Because you like talking to people. There's no real animosity whether you win or lose. It's just like, good match. Thanks for playing me.
Yeah.
So is that like kind of nice, friendly atmosphere? Where you actually have that proper social interaction, not just virtual interaction, which is fine, and especially when we've had lockdowns as well, it's been like a vital avenue to socialise. But I think when you get the face-to-face interaction, it just gives it that little extra edge that you can't necessarily get you can't get as easily with console and PC gaming, because mobiles are just so accessible and mobile.
Well, yeah, exactly. And I think you sort of shone a light there on the social aspect of gaming, pointing out about Pokemon Go, and I think we need more of that, in the sense that how many times have you read an article and it's something to do with trying to demonize gaming,
the negative effects of gaming.
This
stealing away our children's youth.
This happened because he played games for 18 hours a day or some stupid stuff like that.
But if you do anything for 18 hours a day, you're probably going to become a cropper.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I mean, my point being that I think the good far outweighs the bad.
I agree.
Especially with the social aspect of things, meeting people virtually online, talking with them.
It's also developing problem-solving skills as well. You're actually thinking about the world in a different way than you would have without games.
Oh yeah, definitely. And you can learn so much from games. I think gaming in general, it's not just...
going back to what my nerdy little game of Scrabble Online, I think I've increased my vocabulary and learned a bit as well. Learned possibly more than I would have in, say, an English class, for example, because it actually makes learning about words fun, even though that is really lame sounding. I do actually enjoy learning new words so I can play in my next game of Scrabble.
Well, yeah, exactly. But like you said, at the end of the day, we all like different things, and if that's something that stimulates your mind and makes you happy and joyful, then go for it. You're not hurting anybody. So yeah, no. Overall,
well, I'm thrashing some of my opponents at Scrabble.
Well, remind me not to play yet. But yeah, overall, as I said, mobile gaming is going nowhere, and it's only going to get stronger and stronger. I know I didn't really want to discuss cloud gaming, but at the end of the day, it is now part of mobile gaming.
Yeah, I think in conjunction, you've got the mobile phones that can stream games. And that's going to become even more powerful because then even... Well, let's say that streaming becomes mainstream for consoles and PCs. Yeah. It's only a step away from making those exactly the same console and PC titles available on mobile.
Yeah.
So mobile gamers will have access to all the AAA titles, not just a few selected ports.
Yeah.
And then it will become even more popular.
Yeah.
Probably capture the remaining 2/3 of the world's population.
More than likely, it's quite it's quite exciting to think when 20, 30 years time how things are going to look in the world of gaming. Something that I'm looking forward to seeing, but I'm not in no rush. For them years to go by.
Definitely.
Yeah. But if anybody would like to contact us here at Luigi's Gaming Lounge, you can do so by sending us an email at luigisgaminglounge@gmail.com. That's luigisgaminglounge@gmail.com. Any questions you have, or if you just want to say hello, shoot an email over to that address. So yeah, this has been all about mobile gaming, and it's been an interesting episode.
A little bit different, but it's been mind expanding. I think. Let's listen to those facts that you reeled off there.
Yeah, I mean,
I always knew it was big, but I didn't realise exactly how big mobile gaming was.
That's exactly what sort of shocked me. And again, doing an episode like this, I only have a limited knowledge in terms of figures behind it. So obviously looking up those figures, I was like, wow, actually, this mobile gaming malarkey is serious. It's a serious part of the industry. So yeah, mobile gaming episode 29. And thank you very much, Barnaby, for joining me this episode.
Thank you.
And before long, we will be on episode 30.
And beyond.
So take care, guys, and see you later. Bye.
See ya. Bye.